Cece, one word to describe today.
Only one word. Unreal. That's fire. Honestly, unreal.
When Caitlin Clark stepped back onto the Carver Hawkeye Arena floor, something magical happened. The crowd erupted to 116 decibels during player introductions, louder than even some NFL and NBA games before she even touched the ball. When Caitlin Clark hit a 36-foot three-pointer from the same spot where she broke Kelsey Plum's NCAA scoring record, the arena literally shook. 7 months off the court hadn't changed a thing. Her return wasn't just another game. It was a bold preview of what's to come in 2025. In this video, we'll highlight the unforgettable moments from that game you might have missed. If you're excited for the upcoming season, drop a "fired up for the Fever" in the comments. Let's go.
What does it mean to you to be going back to play at Iowa, but this time with your jersey in the rafters?
Yeah, I'm super excited to go back and play at Iowa. Obviously a place that has meant a lot to me, and we've had so many amazing games inside that arena, so it'll be fun to be back in front of those fans, and honestly to get to introduce those fans to all my new teammates. And the Indiana Fever, I think, will be really special because they love supporting all of us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be a special day.
What happens when a hometown hero comes back after dominating the basketball world? Iowa City showed us, and it was even louder than anyone anticipated. Hours before the game, fans gathered outside Carver Hawkeye Arena. They weren't just there for the game. They wanted to catch warm-ups and be in Caitlin Clark's presence for as long as they could. The line stretched around the building, with people waiting in the May weather just to get in. All this for a preseason game that didn't count toward any standings.
What are you the most excited to show your teammates around campus?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm most excited to show them how cool Iowa City is. Like, people don't realize how good of a college town that place is. My teammates just expect it to be cornfield, but I'm like, no, it's one of the greatest colleges. So, yeah, downtown Iowa City is where it's at. So we'll give them a little tour, and I'm sure they're going to want to come back.
7 months is a long time in basketball, and her absence made us miss every moment. What would Caitlin Clark do when she stepped back onto the court? Would she sink a logo three? The answers came right away. As soon as Clark stepped on the floor, the crowd erupted. And we're not talking about a regular cheer. This was a deafening 116 decibels during player introductions. That's louder than most NFL games, and even louder than playoff basketball, all for a preseason game.
Yeah, getting to go back to Iowa, it's so exciting. I obviously haven't really been there much since I left about a year ago. And I think just getting to see people that have supported me throughout my career and continue to support me is going to be incredible. But also, like, they're the biggest Indiana Fever fans too now. Like, they want to meet all my teammates. They want to cheer for my teammates. And I was telling some of the girls this the other day, I'm like, they're going to go crazy for you too.
This wasn't just any arena for Caitlin Clark. It was Carver Hawkeye, the place where she became a household name, shattered records that seemed impossible, and turned women's college basketball into must-see TV. Iowa is now the heart of women's basketball because of her. The arena has watched her grow from a promising freshman to a basketball icon, and the fans were willing to pay for it. The average ticket price was $670, not regular season or playoff prices, but I have to be there for this historic moment prices. Some fans even drove for hours across state lines and took time off work just to see their hero back on her home court.
Good luck finding affordable tickets for the Indiana Fever preseason game against Brazil at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Seats at the arena for the May 4th matchup between the Indiana Fever and Brazil were first offered to season ticket holders and a few top donors. It didn't take long for them to be gone.
Even Caitlin Clark's teammates recognized the importance of Lexette Hull wearing the number 22 Iowa jersey before the game. It was a thoughtful gesture, showing that this wasn't just another game for Clark. It was a special homecoming.
They're going to have signs about you. They want your autograph. They want a high five from you. And I think that's what I appreciate about them the most is like they want to cheer not only for myself, but everybody else on this team. And they have so much fun watching us. So now getting to take the Indiana Fever to them and their environment. I was telling Lexi and some of the other girls this other day is like, this will be the loudest arena you have ever played in. They're going to scream. They're going to cheer. When I tell them to get up, they're going to get up. So it'll be fun to get to go back there since my last time playing playing there in the NCAA tournament my senior year, so it should be really special.
The emotion hit Caitlin Clark, too. You could see it in her eyes during warm-ups as she took in the familiar arena, now packed with 15,000 fans. This was the place that launched her into basketball greatness, and now she was back, not just as a college star, but as a professional who had changed the game. But this homecoming wasn't just about memories and celebrations. When Clark stepped up for the tip-off, it was clear. This night wasn't just symbolic. It was her chance to prove that her bond with Iowa was as strong as ever and that her game had only gotten better. As the ball went up for the opening tip, the entire arena held their breath. Clark got into position, and that familiar focus returned to her eyes. No one could have predicted how the night would unfold, but they were about to see it, starting with a shot that would shake the arena.
Clark, pull up three, you bet!
In sports, some moments are more than just points on a scoreboard. They tell a story all on their own. Right from the start, Caitlin Clark nailed the first basket. A three-pointer, of course. But that was just a preview of what was to come. In the third quarter, with 25 seconds left on the clock at Carver Hawkeye Arena, Clark took 3 quick dribbles, then launched a 36-foot shot. It wasn't just another basket, it was her way of announcing to everyone, loud and clear, "I'm back."
The better-looking possessions of the day for Brazil. Here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point afterward.
Early in the game, Caitlin Clark quickly found her rhythm. The same confidence and court vision that made her an Iowa legend were still on display. Her moves were familiar to anyone who had seen her dominate in college. Sharp passes, quick decisions, and that signature smile. The Brazil national team was already struggling to keep up with the Fever's offense when Clark crossed half-court with that unmistakable look in her eyes. The one that shows she sees something no one else does. The defenders gave her space, but not enough. They never do. What made this moment even more unforgettable was the spot on the floor where Caitlin Clark pulled up. It wasn't random. It was the exact same spot where she had broken Kelsey Plum's scoring record during her senior season, a perfect echo of history. Now, with her new team and her jersey retired, Clark launched the ball from well beyond the three-point line without a second thought. The shot soared above the defense, following that familiar high arc that Hawkeye fans had seen countless times before. And just like that, the ball swished through the net, untouched by the rim, adding an extra layer of magic to an already electric moment.
I said 30 seconds. I'm like, I can make a 2-for-1 word. You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Did it get loud in here?
Did you get scored?
Yeah. No.
No one really cares. You gotta be better.
The reaction from Caitlin Clark's teammates said it all when she later asked if the arena got loud after her shot. Sophie Cunningham joked, "When you scored, no." Lexa Hull added with a grin, "No one really cared." This playful exchange highlighted something special about the Fever team, real chemistry that goes beyond the game. As for the crowd, their response hit a staggering 117 decibels, a roar so intense it felt like a physical force, with players saying they could feel it in their chests. It wasn't just noise, it was pure joy, a release from nearly 15,000 fans who had been waiting for that exact moment. Fever coach Stephanie White perfectly summed it up. The shot gave the team a huge momentum boost and was exactly what everyone hoped to see from Clark in that arena. It's just who she is and what she does. White nailed it, capturing the essence of what makes Clark so special.
Yeah, I thought it was electric. It's what you've seen, whether it's from the outside on television or being here broadcasting, but to actually feel the energy. I mean, it is a thing when you talk about having a six man, so to speak. Crowd energy. It gives you a lift. It gives you a boost. It's why we all do what we do, like to feed into these kinds of environments. And so it was a lot of fun.
That one shot captured everything about Caitlin Clark. Her fearlessness, unlimited range, love for big moments, and deep connection to her Iowa roots. The logo three-pointer wasn't just another highlight. It was Clark's way of telling the world that her WNBA journey would carry on the magic she created at Iowa. As the ball swished through the net, the stage was set for what would be a dominant team performance. The hometown hero wasn't just back, she was better than ever.
I think it's hard to put into words like what exactly it means to me. It's almost overwhelming to a point. Like I'm just very, very thankful to be able to come back to a place that continues to support me and see old friends that are having a great time getting to watch me do my thing, that don't play basketball anymore, that are just my friends, and spending time with them. Like even though it was just dinner last night, like it's just fun to come back here and like kind of feel like you're in college again in a way, but also it was a little weird like going in the locker room. And
the final score was 108-44, but the numbers couldn't fully capture what happened at Carver Hawkeye Arena that night. Caitlin Clark's return to the court wasn't just another game. It was the beginning of what promises to be an unforgettable sophomore season. Yes, that 36-foot logo 3 got everyone on their feet, but watching Clark for the full 19 minutes she played showed something even bigger. This isn't the same player who left the court 7 months ago. This is Caitlin Clark unleashed.
But I don't know, something about this gym like just makes me play well, and these shoes, like it just, I don't know. So there's something about it, but I just a lot of gratitude and just thankful I can share it with my family too. A lot of them were here, my grandparents were here, and they don't get to come to many either. And these are the moments that like you never take for granted, and you kind of just want to stay in for forever. So.